Okay. Right. So just like good spirits do not enter, okay, in everyone, they enter in a specific human beings, okay, whom they have karmic accounts. Okay, similarly, God also enters in a specific chariot to be his permanent, to perform his task. Even though God doesn't have karmic accounts, but still, he will only choose that specific chariot. Okay, there are so many religious souls. Okay, why they were revealed only through that body, right? Religious father souls. Similarly, God also will reveal the same way through specific body. We can't say Abraham's soul is in everyone. We never claim that Abraham's soul is omnipresent. If God's soul is omnipresent, then why we cannot be omnipresent? We never say that, okay, I have part of my soul in my children, okay, part of my soul in my brother. No, we never say that, okay. So we only say, okay, my sanskars are in there, but I am different, he is different. I have my soul, me the soul, and he the soul are different. Same thing. Okay, whatever applies to us, it also applies to him. Okay, he is indivisible. Okay, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Remember, it cannot be break. So same thing, God is also an energy. How can we break it? Okay. Other thing to consider here is, see, all the glory of the soul, just like Mahatma Buddha, Gandhiji, the glory of the soul is on basis of the action performed by the souls through the body. Okay, otherwise, as for the rest, there is no difference between point-like souls in the supreme abode, or all the point-like souls are alike over there. Okay, so God also incarnates, right? He has to be also proved based on his action, right? Which is, as per the place it is sung for him. So he has to do everything that for the which is according to his praise. His ocean of knowledge, he has to give the ocean of knowledge. Okay, just like let's see, he is an incorporeal. He will have to take the body, right, as a point of light. How would he really give divine insight? Because just like we have to take a body, he has to perform the actions only through the body. Just like, Mahatma Gandhi, Gautam Buddha, or Martin Luther King Jr., or any famous, or you can say great souls you can name, Mother Teresa. How would we know that they are those special souls? Okay, only when they came from Supreme Abode, they took the body and they proved it based on his actions, their actions, right? Same thing applies to God. As a point, he cannot prove himself. Okay, he has all this task that he has to accomplish. He has to liberate everyone from sorrow. He has to, his ocean of knowledge, he has to narrate all the knowledge about soul, okay, about himself, about the beginning, middle, and end of the world. Okay, he's the one who takes everyone's boat of life across. Okay, he's the one who makes us Amar, who conquer the death. Okay, conquer the day, gain victory over the death as well. Okay, he's a bestower of divine insight. Okay, bestower of peace. Nobody is feeling peace constantly. Ocean of love. Okay, he's the one who knows the depth of karma philosophy. We don't know about it. We are not even realizing it. Okay, he's the one he's a purifier. He purifies everyone. Okay, he's the ocean of divine virtues, make us experience all the divine virtues. Okay, without the body, how can he really do anything? Okay, and then if we say, if he's in everyone, then why have we not, why we all should have been performing those tasks through these bodies. Okay, but we don't. Okay, so that's why, based on the task only, we can praise someone. Without somebody doing the task, we cannot praise. If he's in all of us, it has to prove by we performing this task. Okay, and we are not at all performing this task. Okay, we are becoming weaker and weaker and weaker every day. Our mind is wandering all over the place. How can we say that we have divine intellect here, right? Or experiencing peaceless day by day? How can we say bestower of peace, even even we can't even give peace to anyone because we ourselves are feeling peaceless. Okay, so that is not true. He's a supreme father, supreme teacher, supreme Sadguru. Okay, so there are many people are called the one person, right? He is named as Satguru. So how can he be Satguru? Okay, so there is no human being can be Satguru, God himself. But then why is he limited by not able to answer some questions? Okay, so God is the ocean of knowledge. All right, so it has to be proved practically. Okay, that by not just by one or two tasks, all the tasks. Okay, God is supreme teacher. He doesn't need to, whoever in which God comes, okay, that person will not we will be saying, oh look, saying God up above, we just have to do bhakti and worship God like this to get. If God is in that person, then God doesn't need to direct anyone to anywhere else, okay, to search for God. We would not be going different places to search for God and still having the dissatisfaction. Ocean, if you find ocean, you don't need to go anywhere, but we still are searching for the ocean, even though we are listening to that person or in any human gurus. So that means that is not the complete place. Whenever you find God, you have the answer to all the questions. You don't have to go anywhere at all. Okay, so that's why all this praise has to be proved in a practical sense. Okay, he should be explaining it. What does it mean to be pure? Okay, through knowledge. He is the ocean of knowledge. So all the depth aspects of the knowledge needs to be cleared. Okay, unrevealed mystery has to be in front of us. But right now, nobody is giving the new knowledge. Everybody is giving the knowledge of the scriptures. And God doesn't teach scriptures. He himself has says in the Bhagavad Gita, the scriptures goes through Sato Rajo Tamo. I don't teach through scriptures. My knowledge, you cannot even forget about the books. He says, if you keep, make all the ocean as a ink, still my knowledge does not finish. He's unlimited treasure of knowledge. Okay, and here we are just limiting all the human beings are bound by books of the scriptures. In Veda, it says, in this, it says this. God is not bound by the scriptures. He tells the essence of the scriptures, but his knowledge is way beyond new knowledge, new and unique that nobody can say. But nobody is really telling the new thing. Okay, so that's why all this praise has to be practically shown through the words, deeds, behavior, okay, and the personality, which is not shown until now. So God has not come anywhere until now, but right now he is. He has come. That's why we are getting this knowledge. Okay, so it's important we locate him, we recognize him, and we remember him in the right way. God reveals his divinity through his permanent chariot. Okay, because there is anything without name and form. God's name is Shiv. Okay, and he reveals his divine task through the body only. Okay, so all the tasks have to be proved practically through that body. Okay, and then he does it practically at this time. So that's why it is important to know he's not everywhere. By being in one body, okay, as a living entity, okay, we can able to get to know him. Okay, so we can remember, otherwise our mind and intellect will be wandering all over the place. Okay, only after having his complete biography, knowing his name, form, place of divine birth, land of action, okay, his divine task, it is possible to form all the relationships with him. Otherwise, we cannot have our intellect stabilized at one place. It will just wander all over the place, and that's what's happening with us. Okay. This is more common sense point. If he is omnipresent, then everyone should be knowledgeful. But we all the human beings, they say, oh, we don't know everything. God knows everything, which means he doesn't reside in us. Then we would be start claiming, oh yes, I also know everything. Okay, so nobody has complete knowledge. So we cannot say God is omnipresent, that he is in every one of us, because the proof of his presence is his true knowledge. God has said, okay, throughout any scriptures you take, it has indicated God can only be recognized through his true knowledge, which is basically his information about who he is. Okay, and how he is going to perform his task, how is he going to transform this world, okay, how we can remember him and purify ourselves. Okay, so he will explain everything about him. Based on that only we can have faith and believe that, okay, he's really here, I'm really connected to him, right? So proof of his God's presence is true knowledge. Okay, there is no other proof of God's presence. He doesn't do physical miracles. The proof of his presence is only true knowledge. And that's what he is giving right now. True, new, and unique knowledge that nobody has narrated until now. Okay. That's why he said intellectuals of the intellect. He needs to be proved that he is most intelligent of all. That's why it says highest is his name, highest his task, and highest is his abode. So he has to prove that he's the highest. Okay, but only by giving the highest information. Right? It makes sense. It says in the Bhagavad Gita that the knowledge I give, which is pure, nobody gives it. And we will cover that in the future recordings. Okay. The main thing is the transformation. Okay. If there is no transformation, then how can we really say, right? Until now, there was no transformation. Okay. If God is ocean of happiness, wouldn't the whole world will be happy? Wouldn't there have been increasing vices in the world? Okay, would people invent atom bombs? Wouldn't the mind and intellect become stable? All are the common sense questions, right? It's very important to understand. God specifically has mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't come in sages because he's here to bring benefit of them, like it says in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so he says only few out of many recognize me. Think about it, then how can he be in everyone? Okay, so and then Arjun asked that, okay, all these sages are saying the same thing. Okay, all of them are saying the same thing. But then the God is directing him towards him and saying that, no, you have to listen to me. Okay, everything you have listened has made your intellect wonder. I know about your past, present, and future. Okay, so it's clearly indicated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and because of that, we have been wondered. That's why Sato, Rajo, Tamo, it has defined in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It has mentioned Rajo and Tamo is all about multiple opinions. Okay, creates wandering of mind and intellect. So, and that's what is happening. That's why we lost the concentration. Okay, power of concentration. It will only be concentrated if we recognize God in one, have firm faith in that ekvyapi form, okay, and stabilize the intellect in the remembrance of him. Then only we can able to empower the mind and intellect. He's telling us the formula actually, how to stabilize it. See, anything, any proof, it will be experienced easily. If we practice that, then we will feel the stability of the mind and intellect. Okay, not in a temporary sense. It will temporary only for a little bit amount of time. It will build up and it will achieve its aim by the certain time limit that God is telling that, yes, it will bring the complete change by this time. Nobody is giving that guarantee. Okay, well, God can, because it has truth in it. Okay, because he only can give his own introduction. It says in Bhagavad Gita, nobody can give his own introduction. Then how can he be in everyone? And this is obvious, right? It says satsang tare kusang bore. So if we have the method is very simple. We have become impure through the wrong color of the company. Okay, through the color of the company of the human beings and the information they wrote. So don't you think it's the same thing? By the true company, we can become pure and we'll feel that purity, right? If we really have recognized God, our purity should increase, not decrease. How can he be everywhere? Okay, otherwise would have colored by his company long time back. But we are keep falling, which means he's not in everyone. Okay, so he only comes in one, and through him only, if we remember him, we can become pure. Okay, by recognizing him on basis of knowledge, not blind faith. It says satasang tare kusang bore. Good company causes true salvation, whereas bad company causes degradation. Okay, so we have been in bad company since copper age, and because of that, we started believing God to be omnipresent. We fell by directing our love towards everyone. Now, how do we rise up? By directing our love towards one, right? By recognizing Him where He is, by having that proof. Okay. He's telling, now that I have come in one, if we focus our love in Him, after recognizing and accepting Him in that Ek Vyapi, then the soul will become pure. And how would you know, right? You have to experiment it, and then you will know. God says omnipresent is a word of great defamation. This important point. Okay, the main thing of irreligiousness, adharma, is to say God is omnipresent. Then what is religion? Religion is to understand that God is not omnipresent, but if He is present in one, okay, if anyone understands this, then one has grasped the main point of religiousness. Something also to note here, okay, it says in the scriptures, right? Or there's this phrase here, okay, one, right? When the living being comes face to face with me, the God, the sins of its numerous births are destroyed. What is the meaning of face to face? He has to come in a separate body, one body through which we can be face to face to Him, right? Not through ideals, it has to be living, right? Living being. So that's why, how can we say that He is omnipresent? Very important, okay, in the memorial of this festival, Shiv Jayanti, which is Shiv as a point of light, comes into this world. So the revelation of Shiv itself, in the memorial of the revelation of Shiv, God in front of the world, we celebrate Shiv Jayanti, okay, which means God's victory through His chosen chariot, okay, which is hailed at the end, okay, the hidden Rustam is revealed at the end, okay. So think about it. Why would He needs to be revealed if He is already in everyone? Don't you think why it has to be just through one? Why Shiv's name is joined with Shankar, not everyone else, if He is everywhere, right? One of the tasks that He claims is Heavenly Godfather. He did not create heaven through anyone yet. So how can we claim He is everywhere? He used to be here before. Okay, so through whom He claims He establishes heaven, that's the one who is praised. Okay, that's why then it says Shiv Shankar, through one He accomplishes the task. Okay, through one He destroys it, the same person He creates the new world. He's called Supreme Soul. Why? Because He plays supremacy part. So He can't be in everyone. He's playing supremacy part among soul, which is the highest or unique part. So that's why, how can He be omnipresent? Being in the scriptures, Ek ke sadhe sab sade, sab sadhe sab jai. Okay, why is it saying that? By pursuing the one, we can get everything. By pursuing everything, we lose everything. Okay, so in that sense also, it doesn't make sense to remember God in everywhere and everyone. God is said, Mamekam yad karo. Just remember me alone. Okay, my form is only one. God is one, God's child is one. Okay, so how can we remember Him as being omnipresent? We looked at this example before, but just wanted to bring it into everyone's attention once again. The nature and sanskars of each and every soul, including the Supreme Soul, cannot match with that of another soul. Okay, two souls, just like we mentioned earlier, right, as twins, have different nature and sanskars. Similarly, God also has different nature and sanskars, which is depicted through His permanent chariot. That's how we recognize Him. Okay. We also have mentioned it before. Okay, father and creation are different. So seed, okay, seed has all the information, but seed, okay, is not same. We cannot say fruit and the seed. We cannot compare them to be one. We cannot say they both are one. The seed is the seed, fruit is the fruit. Okay, or the branches are the branches, which is the creation of it. Okay, so we can say the branches and the seed cannot be the one. Father and the creation are not different. Father are different, creation is different. Okay, and also in all the religion, okay, they have considered only one as image of God. You know, Adam, Adidev. So how can we say God is omnipresent? Okay, in all the scriptures, Shiva's name is John Shankar. He's also named as Adam in Muslim, Adam in Christianity, and we already know from the scriptures, Adam is called as made in the image of God. So, of course, it is obvious that he is the chariot in which God comes, okay, who becomes like him. So, he cannot be omnipresent in that sense either. Also, the family management of the ancient deity religion is only one head of the family. Okay, we see right many people too, in some people, not sorry, some families in this world as well. There is one head of the family. They live together. Everyone lives together but follows one direction. Okay, which that's why they have harmony actually. And God actually gives an example of the family in Mizoram. They have big family, one head of the family. Okay, but they all harmonized, follow that one. So that's it. That is the ritual. It's coming from here only. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says, whatever God does, we follow him. So he establishes that ritual, that one head of the family, everyone follow him. Kingship. He establishes the kingship, the rule of Lakshmi Narayan. One king, everyone as considers him as their father and mother. Okay, and then follows his direction, elevated direction that God gives. So God establishes the sanskars right now in deities. Okay, in this the world of deities that he creates. Okay, and then that's how we take it in the new world. Okay, so that's why for that only he has to come in one, because he can only, if he only comes in one, then only he can able to have that sanskars of, okay, follow only one. Okay, so in that sense also God is not omnipresent. Here is the verse from Bhagavad Gita, Manushim Tanu Ashritam. Okay, he takes the support of an ordinary human body. Okay? Ordinary and permanent human body. Human gurus are not called ordinary human body. Okay? There is one verse in Bhagavad Gita as well. I, the incorporeal form of light of Sadashiv, has narrated this imperishable yoga in form of energy to Vivasvat, okay, sun, basically, the living Paul star, the hero, after entering him in the Purushottam Sangam Yuga in the previous Kalpa as well. Okay, and Vivasvat narrated to Manu, and Manu narrated to his son. Okay, so you can see God narrated it to one first. So you can, God, so how can God be omnipresent? Okay, if God would be in everyone, he would not have made this statement. There is one nice example here. I also want to use that. As you can see, the painter creates a beautiful painting. Okay. And then, when you look at the painting, you're reminded of the painter. Does it mean painting itself is the painter? Right? Painter is the creator and painting is the creation. Okay, the creation can never become the creator.